The empty chair. There was an old house at the end of a forgotten road. Nothing about it demanded attention. Its paint had faded. Its porch leaned slightly with age. The fence had long since surrendered to time. Yet everyone who passed the house noticed the same thing. There was always an empty chair on the porch. Winter. Spring. Summer. Autumn. The chair remained. An old woman who lived nearby was once asked about it. She smiled. That chair has been there longer than I've been alive. Who does it belong to? No one knows. Does anyone ever sit in it? Sometimes, but only for a little while. The traveler became curious. The next evening, as the sun settled behind the hills, he walked to the old house. The chair was exactly as she had described. Plain, worn, quiet. He sat. Nothing happened. No revelation. No voice. No miracle. Just silence. After several minutes, he stood to leave. As he reached the gate, he noticed an elderly man walking slowly toward the house. The old man nodded politely. You didn't stay very long. The traveler laughed. I suppose I expected something. The old man smiled. Most people do. What is this place? The old man lowered himself into the chair. This chair has listened to more people than most ministers. The traveler frowned. I don't understand. The old man looked toward the horizon. People come here hoping to hear God. And do they? The old man nodded gently. Eventually, the traveler looked around. But there is nothing here. The old man smiled. Exactly. No music. No speeches. No interruptions. No performance. Just enough silence for a person to finally hear the conversation they have been avoiding. The traveler remained standing. Neither spoke. The wind moved through the trees. A bird landed on the old fence. Somewhere in the distance a dog barked once, and then everything became still again. After several minutes, the traveler spoke. I've never noticed how uncomfortable silence is. The old man nodded. Most people haven't. They spend their lives escaping it. They fill every empty space. They fear quiet more than they fear confusion. Because silence has a way of uncovering things. What things? The questions that survive distraction. The traveler looked down. What do you mean? The old man closed his eyes. The questions you have successfully avoided for years. Am I becoming someone I respect? What have I devoted my life to? What has my attention been feeding? What would remain if everything I used to define myself disappeared? The traveler felt something shift inside him. Not guilt. Recognition. The old man opened his eyes. You see, most people are not afraid that God will speak. They are afraid he might. Because if he does, something may have to change. The lantern hanging beside the porch began to glow as evening settled across the valley. The old man stood. Before leaving, he placed one hand on the empty chair. This chair was never sacred. The silence was. Then he walked slowly into the fading light. The traveler remained alone. This time he did not leave after a few minutes. He stayed until the stars appeared. For the first time in many years, he stopped trying to fill the silence and began listening to it. Perhaps wisdom does not always arrive as an answer. Perhaps sometimes it arrives as a question that refuses to leave. And perhaps that is why silence has always been one of heaven's oldest classrooms. If this lantern caused you to become quiet for a moment, then perhaps it has already done its work. Until the lantern is lit again. Shalom.